What's going on, all my frag heads and said heads? The champ is here. And I'm still participating in Vlogtober. What's Vlogtober? I guess it's just a lot of vloggers are picking topics to go ahead and go live with each day or make a topic about or a video about. So it's like, you know what? Let me do it. Let me get you this watch time going. Start grinding out. You know what I mean? So, first cup of coffee. You like my mug? Yeah. It's kind of hot, so I can't show you the handle, but it says Vikings on there as well. But you know, I'm a Minnesota Vikings fan. Born and raised in Minnesota. Hey, how you doing, Pat? Nice to see you this morning. Saw you in the chat last night. I'm just sitting here drinking some coffee, doing my first cup. So, checking in with everyone, seeing what the sin of the day is, what everyone has planned. Anything special? I'm doing good. Got to get a little bit of motivation. I did an intense workout yesterday, went swimming, got me a cup of Joe now, so the Joe's gonna give me some motivation to get up and get out. Oh, I hear you. Yeah, today's a day off for me, so that's a good thing. Some rest and relaxation. Probably do some stretches, you know. Got a few errands to do, like little minute stuff like shave, clean the yard, pick up after myself in here, a little mess I've done. Maybe even record a fall video. Have you done a video for fall fragrances? Yeah, me neither. I did a blog about it though. At if you haven't visited the site yet, go ahead to www.reviewsfromthe6.com. Got more content there. I do blogs, vlogs. I got merchandise coming soon. Clothing line being launched. So every little support helps, sister. You know what I mean? But yeah, I think I put. Let's see, from memory, I think I have Kenneth Cole's signature on there. Awesome. Thank you, girl. I think for my fall list, I got Kenneth Cole's signature on there, which to me, it's woodsy and cucumbery. It's not a cucumber note in there. I think they say it's an apple note, but to me, it's a cucumber note. But it's to die for. It almost smells like an expensive soap, like an expensive cucumber soap, or like that lotion back in the day. Chicks used to get it from, I think it's Bath and Body Cucumber Melon, something like that. It kind of smells like that a little bit for men, so it's good. Um, then I also have my favorite on there, which is Armani Stronger with You. Everyone compares it to By the Fireplace from Mason Margiela. To me, they're kind of different. I got that on there. What else do I got on there? Which is pretty much just cardamom and sweetness and benzoin. I got Hugo Boss the Scent on there as well, which has an interesting note of manica fruit, which I don't have too many fragrances with manica fruit in there. So that was the first time that I had something like that on any list. But I like it, you know. A lot of stuff about the longevity is kind of bad on it. I think it's pretty good. They also say Hugo Boss did the uniforms for Nazis. I don't know if you know about that, but they say that. So I'm kind of hesitant. Like, I don't know if I want to put that on the list, but I like it. So, I got to be, objective here. Let's see. I also have, what else do I have on there? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I also got Gucci Guilty Black on there, which is my favorite. Oh my god. Same thing with Gucci. Gucci and their racist stuff. Like I saw where they made those hoodies and they had like the big lips on it and like just mocking her They said it wasn't racist. It was clearly racist as fuck. When you see the ass and the pictures, they even had it like on the keychains. Like that is just ridiculous. Well, and one of the things too is, well, people are not racist, they're insensitive, right? So it's like with that, I was like, God damn it, why am I putting all these neo Nazis on my list? But you know what? They probably all like that behind closed doors. So, um, but yeah, Gucci Guilty Port or Gucci Guilty Black Port Homme is one of my favorites. It has coriander in there. I think it has some neroli as well. Great scent. To me, it smells like a sexy ass Paul Bunyan. It's just a great scent. Let's see. I also have. Mm, yeah, here with you. I put Snickers creamer in here. It's pretty delicious. Pretty delicious. Um, but the thing is too, like the whole purpose of the first cup, it was a challenge. Everyone's like, hey, if you're doing vlogs, pick something each day and then go ahead and make a video about it. So I saw one based on first cup of coffee. So I'm like, all right. I normally don't drink coffee. I have been this week just because, like I said, I've been lacking motivation to get to the gym and, just to work out and train and all that good stuff. So I've been picking up the Joe. And then they said there's a lot of health benefits to it. But anyways, so this is one of the mornings I don't fast. So I went, grabbed it, I put the creamer in there. And this creamer is so good, it's like I want to drink this whole entire cup right now. But then I might get the jitters. And yeah, I don't want that right now. So, but yeah, being in Arizona, or in Phoenix to be exact, it's kind of difficult to pick a fragrance to wear during fall, just because it's 110 degrees all year. But where are you from, Pat? Oh, AT. You know what's so bad? Like every time I hear Georgia, because you hear it in the rap songs all the time, the first thing you think of is Magic City, all the time. But I'm like, man, come on, Martin Luther King. I mean, there's so much history there, but it's just with the rappers and entertainers, it's just the first thing that comes to mind is, Magic City. And the music too. I mean, great music out there. I think the climate kind of changed. Like it went from, you know, like the outcast type of vibes, and then to, like the future and, guys like that, where it's just like now it's a different culture. Back then, no, UGK is from Texas, never mind. But yeah, like then the Gucci Manes came about. Oh, you from New York? New York. I got a homeboy from Queens. He lives out here. I actually gave him a bottle of David Off Cool Water the other day. Old head. We were sitting in his garage, sipping on that cognac, and he was watching some of my videos. He's like, "Hey man, if you got a bottle of some old stuff," he called it Jupe, and I'm like, "It's Yope, right?" He goes, "I like Jupe. I like Cool Water." He starts going down the line. I'm like, "Yeah, Yope." I'm like, "Yeah, I got a bottle of Cool Water somewhere." So I blessed him with that. But now I kind of miss it, yo. Like the other day, I was just going through my stuff, and I'm kind of like, "Oh, I kind of want to wear Cool Water." So I went ahead. I got other, not even clones, but they're kind of in the same vein with Trey Nuit by Armaf, and then there's Aspen by Cody. So I was like, I can rock either or and kind of get the same vibes. I think I got Green Irish Tweed from Creed too. But yeah, it's just something about that Cool Water. It makes you feel warm too. But yeah, so I gave him that. I think I hooked him up with a decant of Yoke as well. But I want to get Yoke Wow. They have a really good cognac in there. But I think so far, yeah, our mouth. I'm surprised. Like here's my thing. They get crap about being a clone house. In my opinion, if it's cheaper, get it. No one's gonna know. The average frag head or the average person isn't gonna know. They smell you, they're gonna say, okay, that smells good. What is that? And you can tell them. Now, to like a frag head, you would be like, hey, I'm wearing Armaf Trey Nui, for example. Oh, that's a Green Irish Tweed clone, or you can say, hey, I'm wearing Shades of Wood, and they'll say it's a Tom Ford clone. I think they also have another one called Veneta. And okay, there we go. Had to reconnect. So yeah, there's a new Armoff. Are you talking about that one with the women's line? There's a new one that released like a couple weeks ago, I think. Or even what's some of your favorite stuff from Armoff? Ooh, this is so good. God, I'm gonna be so caffeinated for the rest of the day. It's gonna be ridiculous. This is one of those things like you just want to put the cup aside. You're like, I can just keep going, stay caffeinated, but I don't want them jitters. Oop. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me put this up real quick. Ooh, ooh, ooh. 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 All right. Sorry about that, y'all. I had to go get some water. Wash down this caffeine. I'm starting to get them jitters. Let's see what we got here. All right. Oh, we got 5 of you now. Whoop whoop. Amber Oud. There's one Amber Oud I want to get. I don't know if it's our moth, and it may be Al Haramain, but I do need an Amber Oud. Hey, G Healthy, how you doing, brother? Welcome to the live. Make sure y'all hit the like button for me if you can. Even though it's not an official video for my niche, I just got to get these watch time. You know what I mean? Yeah, El Haramain. Yep, exactly. Because I'm like, there is an Amber Oud that I want, but I didn't know if that was it. So when you said Amber Oud, I was like, I think it's Al Haramain, but I could be wrong because I think, geez, so fine, I do. Thank you, GLD. I appreciate you. You just gave me confidence. You know, you gave me big confidence today. Cause look, I still got to shave. You know, I haven't done anything yet. Like I said, it's so the theme of the video is first cup. So I literally got up, checked on my little small businesses, watched a little bit of TV, got a cup of coffee, and I'm like, man, I got to pick up a little bit. You know, shave, do all that. Right. And I think that's one thing that no one really pays attention to is the watch time. Everyone is so caught up in, the subscribers and the view count that they forget that the other aspect of it to get monetized is getting the watch hours. So sometimes you just got to do a live that's, whether outside of your reach, whether it's something just checking in, hey, everyone. This gives a good opportunity to talk to everyone too. Like I get to talk to Pat, I get to talk to you, so that's a good thing. And then the rest of the people who are kind of shy out there, where they can kind of tune in and get a good vibe of my personality. Because I don't want people just to know me as the reviewer. I'm a businessman, you know what I mean? I'm a father, I'm an uncle, all that good stuff, a brother. So it's just like I want people to know more about me than to be, hey, I'm not getting paid to talk about this, but let's promote this fragrance. Like I'm more than that, so this is a great opportunity for that. But yeah, yesterday was a workout, so literally I took the camera with me. I did legs and abs, so I literally went to the gym, rode the bike, did every workout I normally do. And that video itself got me, like, to be exact, it was 2.4 thousand hour or 2.4 thousand minutes. So I'm like, man, that's some good hours right there. But checking the analytics, I ended up with, I'm at 8.8 thousand minutes for the last 28 days. So I think that's what, roughly, I don't know, this is bad math, roughly 41 hours maybe? Somewhere around there. I could be totally off. It could even be way more higher than that, but well, yeah. So what's everyone doing today? Any big plans? Any new stuff coming out? I know my Lakers lost last night, so that sucked. They had Danny Green at the top of the key, wide open 3-2, missed it. And I was just sitting there like, come on, LeBron was just balling out. I mean, the jump shot was going. He was hitting it from beyond the arc. I mean, he was going to the paint. I think he was flirting with a triple-double too. It was just a great game. And to lose it that way. But Jimmy Butler put Miami on his back and was just like, nah, we're not going down, bro. We're not going down without a fight. And he just kept it going. He had it going that night. So kind of bummed about that. That went off. I started to watch Supernatural. I'm watching I think I'm on season 15 now. They got season 16 that just released. Yeah, season 16, and I think there's like only 7 episodes to it, so I'm trying to hurry up and get through season 15 so I can start this new season, which just started last week. So I was like, well, I can skip this season, and just get on to the end of it. But the way Supernatural it is, it's a soap opera for men. So if you miss an episode, it's kind of like missing a huge chunk of someone's storyline. Even though there's probably 2 minutes of the storyline within the episode, if you miss it, you're just like, what happened? When you tune into the next one. So even with the recap, there's times where I watch the recap and I'm like, that didn't happen. Hey, LaRon, what's going on, my brother? Y'all make sure y'all go check out my man LaRon Reviews. LaRon Review, we got Pat in here. Let's see, we got G Healthy in here as well. So all y'all check each other channels out. Go ahead and hit the like button for me. Get that algorithm going. But brother, I was telling them that, I'm participating in VLOGtober. Which, there you go. See, I like that unity up in this thing, baby. You know what I mean? LaRon Reviews is one of the first reviewers that actually reached out to me. Seriously, my brother, man. Much love, much respect, man. He actually put me on to Kirk Elliott. Since I got a couple of y'all in here, Kirk Elliott is a he's not a black perfumer. He has a perfumer, but he's a black-owned brand that sells perfumes. I actually have two of them, and I was gonna wear International today. But hold on, let me grab those. Boo boo doo. Yeah. Oh, good, brother. Good. I can't wait either, man. It's gonna be a surprise. I appreciate you so much, brother. I still gotta get that what is it, King of Spades? I think it is. An Ovation. I haven't gotten my nose on Ovation yet, but I got the Chris Collins Discovery Discovery kit or pack, and then the Kirk Elliott, and then there's another perfumer. But this one right here, Intentional. Oh hell yeah, my dude. Good looking, baby. Good looking. I wanted to get my nose on that too, man. I heard so many good things about it. I don't think I've seen a lot of reviews on YouTube about it, but in a lot of fragrance groups, I've been seeing a lot of people talking about how good King of Spades are. And I don't know if they have a good promotion team or if it's just getting out like that, but I've seen like a few ads on Instagram too, just out the blue, like, oh snap, yeah. But this one right here, Intentional. My God. Sorry, I'm using my phone, so I ain't got the clearest camera. But this bad boy right here, Intentional. Oh, God, it is so good, man. And what I like about it is that you can still smell the oils. For example, me, when I get an eau de cologne or even a toilette, when I wear it, I can kind of smell the alcohol in it, you know? To me, the alcohol smell gives me like, not a liquor note, but like a skin note. It's hard to explain. But when I smell this, you smell nothing but oils. That, oh my God. This thing is lovely. And this is fresh and green. As you can tell by the juice, it's green itself. And then, of course, the green on there. So you know it's some citrus, some neroli in there, some patchouli, some vetiver, maybe even rose. Maybe even rose. But it's definitely floral. And then this also came in the have I heard of that one? I have to look that one up, LaRon. I don't think I heard of that one. Is that one good too? Hold on, let me hit this thing right here, yeah. There we go. All right. And then the next one, God, it smells so good, is Unconditional. That's the one he was supposed to do a review on, and it sold out in 30. Dang, bruh. That's how you do it. That's supply and demand right there. The people want it, you give it to them. And this bad boy, like, I don't know how old everyone is. I'm not too old myself, but I'm 34. Do y'all remember those suckers where it was like, let me fix the camera real quick. All right, there we go. They were suckers, but they were kind of like marbled suckers. I can't really explain it, but I read online that they said like ants and bugs, whatever ingredient was in it, only ants and bugs wouldn't eat it. But it's like a marble sucker, and but it smells like that. I'm gonna have to look it up. Once I do a full review on this, I'm gonna have to find that candy and do a comparison. But it smells just like that. Like, it just smells like sweet candy. He said, I ain't never heard of nothing like that. Yeah, G, it was like, they're like marbled suckers, and you couldn't see through them. Like, I think if I was a parent back then, I would have been like, no. And then maybe it's a Minnesota thing. You know, I grew up in the Midwest, or, you know, kind of like Canada, eh? You know what I mean? Um, well, y'all never heard of it? Man. See, y'all gonna make me look it up and send it to y'all on IG. So, Pat, if you got an Instagram, make sure you leave that for me, because I'm gonna find what I mean and then send it to y'all. But it was like a marbled sucker. You couldn't see through it. You know, usually you can either see through a sucker, or when you know put saliva on it, you can see through it. But like with this sucker, you couldn't see through it, and it was like powder. It was like powdery. It was just weird. I'll find it and send it to you guys. But it smells like that, like a very, very sweet, authentic candy. But it's not authentic. I mean, not authentic. I shouldn't say synthetic. But this isn't synthetic. This is, like I said, oils. Like the juice in this thing is real. Like these are real parfums. You know what I mean? I don't care what anyone says. These are straight oils. This is so good, and it lasts forever, y'all. Forever. There's no dry down. Now, some people might not like the how linear it is. It is because it doesn't change. Like what you get from the atomizer is what you're gonna get on the skin, and that's what you're gonna get for 12 hours. You know. So a lot of people are gonna say, "Oh well, it's linear and it doesn't progress. It doesn't do this. It doesn't do that." But I tell you what, if you want to smell good, man, and sweet, but not smell feminine, this is what you rock. And then I also got the, I have it in the car actually, but it came with the room spray, which I think is called Arousal. Yeah, Arousal, that's what it's called. And it's real, it's real earthy, real earthy. So it's not the fact that it stinks, it's just that, you know, usually we're accustomed to things that smell fresh, you know, when you walk in the house, like a Glade plug-in or air freshener, or, you know, something of that, even a candle, you know, like something either like fresh, waxy, calming, or warm. Like it's neither. It's just real earthy. So it's like when someone comes in from playing outside and you smell like you smell like outside, it kind of has that vibe to it. So it's like when you spray it, you know, do it a couple times. You know, if you do too much of it, you're gonna be like, man, somebody been playing in the sun all day. Yeah. So is there anything in the news? Like what you guys want to talk about? I'm open for whatever, man. You know, I'm trying to get these watch hours. So as long as I can keep y'all here, or even keep the video going for some time, you know, I'm happy with that. But I did see your video around on the whole Breonna Taylor thing. And it's kind of like what you said, you know, they use that angle, like, well, he shot a cop, which I think is bullshit, but man, it's sad to see shit like that happen though too, brother. And then they let the cop out for George Floyd. What they said his bond to like 1 million, and he made that. Like, how do someone who just killed an innocent man on camera? I think his wife even left him, and people paid $1 million to get him out. That's insane, y'all. This world is going to hell. I tell you that, or we're already there. Then we have to find our way out of it. You know. But I really wanted to go out to like a Marshall's or a Macy's, you know, kind of do a live there. But I'm on Verizon, and Verizon gigs, I went with the lowest pack, or maybe the one in the middle. And they talking about going live, use gigabytes. So I'm like, I can't be using my data, you know, out in public like that, going live, you know. But I mean, easily record it and upload it. But it's just that with the live, like I said, it's just more beneficial to me right now. So with the camera, or yeah, with just using the camera, I think I'll do that just for reviews. And then lives, I'll probably just do, like I said, random things, you know, get people to the channel, introduce myself to them, have them get a good feel for me, you know. So yeah, the last one went well. I think the last one did 50. I think I got 50 views on that. But when you do the math, 50 views, you know, at an hour and 45 minutes, you know, that's good timing. But and then with the lives too, I don't think no one really watches them after they're done. So like once you record the live, I don't think people go back and really watch them, especially when they see the time on them. You know, they're gonna be like, "This man recording an hour video." No. However, I do want to do the whole like podcast thingy too, where it's like a podcast. You know, when I go live, they're like, okay, he has this topic going on, so let's tune into him. You know, like a radio host or something like that. But I think with that, you know, just getting more equipment, like getting a good microphone, you know, getting a good webcam, you know, um, actually expanding the brand. Like for me, I want to go more into, you know, health and fitness and things like that, and self-care and self-love, but I don't want to do that and then start messing up my audience to where, you know, my favorites audience, they're like, bro, you're talking about, you know, meditation right now. You were just talking about, you know, trading weed a couple minutes ago, you know? So I don't want people to kind of pick and choose or, you know, kind of feel like, oh, I got to unfollow this dude because he's talking about this now and I tuned in for him for that. But as long as that time coming, I'm good. Or actually, you know what? I'm going to go look that up real quick. I'm going to go look up that sucker. Ooh. Hold on, something just happened. All right, there we go. Let me go look up that sucker. All right. Let's see what we got here. Oh, I have to reply from a desktop. Okay. Because I found it and I want to send it to you guys, but of course I can't send it to you guys if I can't type it. So let me run to my computer and I'll make sure I go ahead and send it to y'all. Hold on. Gotcha, Pat. Thank you. I know I'm still looking it up. I'm like, how can I send it through the chat? But I'll go ahead and send it to your IG, girl. You have a good day now. All right. See what we got here. Go ahead and make sure I hit that like button for me. These are so good. I'm telling you. So I still have some coffee left. I don't know if you guys can see, Paul ate much. So got a little bit of time left with you guys. If you're not shy, go ahead and say something. In the meantime, I'll be trying to find things to do. Or at least write about. Someone's gonna come in here and look at the time and like, it took this man 46 minutes to drink a cup of coffee. So y'all gonna do me like that. What are you doing, Noni? What are you doing? You want to get in front of the camera? See? Talking to the people. You want to get on camera? You can, Mama. Come on. Come on here. Come on. Huh? You don't want to get in front of the camera, huh? They're not going to do anything to you, Mama. They're not going to say nothing to you. Barry, how you doing, buddy? Trying to get my dog on camera. As you can see, nothing special really. Still participating in VLOGtober, where vloggers pick a topic and, you know, do a live every day about it. So I found one called First Cup, which is my first cup of coffee. But when it came to fragrances, I was reviewing, or not even reviewing, but discussing Kirk Elliott. Have you sampled anything? Kids and animals, never work with them, man. They're the same thing. Kids and animals, the same thing, mate. You know, same category. But yeah, try to get them into the camera. Like, hey, come in here so I can, you know, have my video go a little longer. You know, get this watch time going. But yeah, brother, I'm thinking I'm gonna wear Intentional by Kirk Elliott, which is freaking awesome, man. That or either his Unconditional, which is really great too. I think both of them are full bottle worthy though. For example, this one, like, to me it smells like a sweet candy. I'm on. So, man, Barry, you right there, man. Man, that's good. See, and that's why I started doing the live hours too, was just so I can go ahead and get all that time, man. I think I got like 8,000 minutes within the last like 2 days, my last 2 live videos. So I'm like, keep this up. Hey, Dominique, what's going on, girl? Y'all make sure y'all check each other out. My man Barry at Centralized, he does fragrance reviews. Make sure you check out my girl Dominique as well. Barry. But yeah, so I'm thinking about, I'm doing good. Not much really going on. Participating in VLOGtober, so it's where you pick a topic and you go live. And I saw one called First Cup of Coffee. So that's exactly what I did. The coffee is, I think it's Starbucks vanilla caramel. I have a Keurig, so I don't know what's exactly in it. I put, you know, the little cup in the Keurig machine, let it do its thing. But what I put inside of here was a Snickers creamer, which now is funny because I do intermittent fasting, so I don't eat until, you know, noon, and then I stop eating around, you know, 7, 8 o'clock. So I normally only drink coffee just because, you know, there's no calories in it, and I don't put any sugars or creamers in it, you know, to keep my metabolism eating away at the fat, right? And then the caffeine speeds up your metabolism, which puts you into a calorie deficit, which you're just burning it all day. So that's what I've been doing. But this morning I actually put creamer in there, and it's a Snickers creamer. It is so delicious. Oh, it is so good. And it's weird because when I'm drinking it hot, like, it's good, but now that the coffee is starting to cool down and get colder, it's still delicious. Like, I should have had it cold. Let's see. Let's get to it. You're right about the live. Yeah, that's one thing I noticed too. Like Barry said, he's at, you know, almost 4,000 watch hours. Like, to be exact, I mean, I was doing bad. Like, my problem is that I was paying attention to the sub count and to the views. I wasn't paying attention to that. And then once I hit the sub counts, I kind of, you know, not lost it, but I kind of just stopped paying attention to the analytics. I'm like, look, I'm at my subs right now. I made it. But then you start watching the videos, and then you see the, you know, how to get to 4,000 watch hours. And I think I got like 5 months to get there. So I got to do that. So I had the last 28 days, I did two live videos, and they got me 8.4K minutes. which roughly equals more than 40 hours. So I'm like, damn, that was a big jump than before. So I got to keep it up. Yeah, Barry, it's really, really good. So I was drinking that. Funny thing is that I had Pat, another fragrance reviewer. She was in here, and then another guy by the name of Laron Reviews. He was in here too. Laron Reviews is the one that put me on to Kirk Elliott's fragrances, and so I was telling him about it. Like, you know what? I kind of want something with a coffee note to wear today, since I'm drinking coffee. I think that would have been appropriate. You know, a coffee note with some coffee. Boom! I feel like the man. However, I don't have too many things with the coffee note. Like I have, I think Montal's Cafe. I think I have that one, but that's just a sample. I have Michael Jordan Legend, which I really don't like the coffee note in that one. Um, what else do I have with a coffee note? You're gonna make me get up and go look, but I can't name too many fragrances with a coffee note that I have. So I gotta step my game up with the coffee note and the leather. I don't have too many leathers in mind. Thank you, Dominique. I appreciate you. Try to go live. Exactly. So that's what it is, Dominique. Vlogtober is where every day you pick a topic. You know, it can be anything from, you know, FAQs to Q&A to first cup of coffee to the workout of the day, you know, meditations, you know, whatever it is. So that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to at least push it to an hour, you know, because my life is so busy. There's times where I can't record a video, and I've been losing time. Like the last two videos I recorded, my two fragrance reviews, I think I've done them a month apart. So I did Red Kingdom, and then a month later, I did My Black is Beautiful, and then a month after that, I did Heavenly, which I just reviewed from Victoria's Secret. So it's like there's gaps in it, so I'm not dedicated, and I just got to get on my horse and get to it. Like I said, I got 5 months to do it. So by doing a live every day, at least push this bad boy out to an hour, you know, we'll be okay. And that's one of the things I was concerned for, was that somebody would watch the video and be like, dude, you've been drinking the same cup of coffee for an hour and a half. What? But back to the coffee, I feel like it's good while it's cold because the creamer in it. Like I said, it's a Snickers creamer. So it kind of, it tastes delicious as it cools down too. That's good. Mine got 2K for 1 hour. What? That's what I'm talking about. See, yeah, and you keep pushing those numbers out, and that's what I gotta do, man, to get monetized. Now, I do complain about other channels when I'm watching, and I'm like, man, they got so many ads in here. But then, you know, when you're on that other side and you getting that, you know, AdSense money, you know, and then it's a cool little feather in your cap. Like, for example, with Barry. Barry was one of the first reviewers. No, he is the first reviewer that put me in a tag video. So it's like a feather in the hat. You know, I remember starting out with 0 subscribers and just doing the video, and it's so damn corny. Like, I cringe at it when I watch like my early stuff and my intro videos. But when I watch it, it's like you get to see the progression. So it's like, okay, I see where I was going with that, but I just didn't know because I didn't have any experience with what I wanted to do with the channel. And then now, you know, with the fragrance reviews, you know, I started doing my workout stuff and my fitness stuff because I am a personal trainer in real life as well. I'm an amateur boxer in real life as well. So it's one of those where I kind of want to expand my channel to more than just fragrances, where I want you guys to get to know me, you know who I am. I don't want everybody to be like, oh, that's, you know, Fragghead said, or said he said, who's the fragrance reviewer. You know, I want them to be like, yo, that's Cedric, and he does this, he does that, he can do that, he can do that, you know. But I don't want to lose my audience. Like, I don't want to lose my fragrance audience, and then all of a sudden I get a new audience, you know, of vloggers and people into fitness, and they're like, well, he's talking about colognes. But I kind of figure that's everything together, right? It's more of a how-to where, you know, how to smell good, how to look good, how to work out, you know, how to detect what notes are in a fragrance, you know, things like that. So just trying to get my game up and get those watch hours. Yeah, I would be proud too of all that. Intense Cafe, that's it. Yep, Intense Cafe. You know, let me grab it for you real quick. Hold on, let me go grab it because I think I used it once, and I don't know if it's Montal, right? Because I don't think it's Mancera. Hold on. Yes, sir. That's exactly what it is. Intense Cafe. See, my camera's blurry. Boo. Probably gotta do that. Montal. Intense Cafe. But I only got a sample of this. And then it was funny while I grabbed that. Kirk Elliott, I don't know if he wants me to tell everyone, but he does have a new fragrance coming out too, and he sent me a sample of it called Sensational. I gotta get a better camera. But he wrote the notes on there for me. I'm supposed to do a review on it. Haven't gotten to it yet. I got so much stuff I gotta get to, man. But like I said, I take gaps in between my recordings, you know. I gotta stay more consistent, keep my head in the game. Residual Cafe. I like that one. Oud Cafe. I haven't got my nose on Oud. I've been trying to get into Oud Berry, but I don't know. Fragcomm Womo. I've been hearing about that a lot lately. That's the one in the black bottle, right? I need to get my nose on that one. What's up, bro? What up? Cardis ENT in the building. Y'all meet Cardis. Y'all go ahead and check him out. Brother, you go ahead and check out Centralized, my man Barry. Go ahead and check out my homegirl Dominique. I think there's some other channels at the top too. I think we have LaRon in here. I think we have Perfumes with Pat in here. So y'all check each other out, support each other. You know? That way we can keep going. Tiramisu. Hey, Barry, there's another one I want to get. Everyone talks about tiramisu. I think it's Mandarin Duck. Have you got your nose on that one, Barry? And I actually think I heard about that from a reviewer named Brygrow, something like that. He did a review on it, and he was like, it's tiramisu in the summer. You tired of it? Oh, okay. Respect, bro. Anytime, brother. That's what we here for. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm trying to get the watch hours, brother. So if I can get people to watch your channel, you know what I mean? You get to watch theirs. We all growing together. And we all meet right back in the middle. You know, we all have the same purpose here, the same goal. Thumbs up for you. Thank you, brother. If you can go ahead and hit the thumbs up for me. Let Facebook know I'm trying to do something with the channel, do something with the video. I'll greatly appreciate that. Is it? Yeah, see, and so I got to pick. I don't know which one I really want because I hear so much about Mandarin Duck. And I think with Mandarin Duck versus the Ferragamo Uomo, I think with Mandarin Duck, it just seems like it's one of those where if I buy it, I won't be part of the fray, right? So I won't be like everyone else to where I can be like, hey, instead of Ferragamo Uomo, because I think a lot of people are buying Ferragamo Uomo right now. I could be wrong about that, but I've been seeing a lot of posts in a lot of fragrance groups, you know? So it's like if I get Mandarin Duck, it would be like, okay, cool, he's not wanting to be like everyone else. You know, he got something different. Let's see. But you know what's funny about tiramisu? I've probably actually had tiramisu once or twice in my life, to be totally honest with you. And the first time I had it, I was an adult. I had to be like 30 something. I was like 32, somewhere around there. I remember going to a buffet, a casino actually. It was a buffet in a casino. Sounds weird, I know, but it was freaking delicious. And we're at the dessert bar, and I'm like, I see him like toasted, you know, like with a flamethrower or something. And I'm like, what is that? He's like, oh, it's tiramisu. I said tiramisu. He's like, yeah. So I grabbed it, ate it. It was good stuff. So when everyone started saying that it smelled like that, like I barely remember what it smells like. So I kind of want to blind buy something, but I don't want to fully blind buy it. Let's see. Not tired of that one. The Ferragamo signature is like it too. Yeah, check the duck out. I think another person who had a review on it, I can't think. I want to say it's like Heavenly or something like that. Maybe I could be wrong. Could be wrong. Other term, especially homemade coffee and rum. That sounds good right now, since I'm drinking the Joe already. You know, when it comes to coffee, I'm trying to think of a lot of coffee fragrances like I want to get my nose on. Like I hear a lot now. Pure Havane, does that have a coffee note in there? Because I hear some people say it does. Some says the entire Mugler line has coffee in there, but I don't think Pure or Crypto Mint has coffee in there. So that's kind of weird, but yeah, I want to say pure malt. I want to get my nose on that. Pure Havane, I want to get my nose on that. But see, here's the thing with pure Havane. Let's see, cherry tobacco. Gotcha, gotcha. See, when I think of cherry tobacco, like we were talking in the last live, my mind automatically goes to CK Shock, and then the Rayon tradition, and I can't think of sweet tobacco intense. Maybe it's called. I'm not too sure about it. Let's see. Oh, I got an arrow here, so I can't see it. Like, there's pure coffee. Pure malt is one of my faves. I love whiskey. Yeah, brother. See, that's my thing too. So I've been looking into pure malt just because I don't have a lot of liquor-based fragrances. Like, the only one that I really, really like that I want to get is Harlem Nights by Chris Collins, which I have in there as well. But that one's great. But for $400 a bottle, Barry, you know, I'm a kind of a frugal man right now. You know, I don't know what the future holds for us right now. So I gotta hang on to the little pennies and quarters I got. But I really, really like that, a cognac. I'll actually grab it for you. Give me 1 second, brother. Because I ended up getting a guy on Instagram was like, hey, have you ever heard of Chris Collins? I'm like, no, not really. Bentley for Men and 10, CH Men Privé are good boozies. Yep, I got Bentley for Men and 10s. You know what's crazy about CH Men Privé is that Uncommon Sense loves it, right? So I've never gotten my nose on it. I want to say I did. Let's see. Rhythm. Sweet Taboo. Oud Galore. Oh man, I don't have it, it looks like. Hold on, give me 1 second, Barry. But yeah, when it came to that, I finally got my nose on it at a little mom and pop perfumer. And it smelled a little skanky to me. Like, it smelled like a drunk whore, you know, no offense, but it just smelled like a drunk ass woman, you know what I mean? In the wintertime, I was like, whoa, I don't know about this one, you know. But then what it could have been though too is right before that I had smelled Bulgari Black, and that one just wasn't good, man. Man in Black is good, but Bulgari Black, that was just nasty. But the perfumer is Chris Collins. They sent it to me in this nice little pouch. But there's like 8 of them, but for some odd reason, I only have 3, which he has Oud Galore. See, and that's the thing, Barry, like, I'm not into oud, so I haven't sampled. Oh, see, my camera's pretty bad. So I haven't sampled it yet. But he has Oud Galore, Sweet Taboo, and Autumn Rhythm, which I should probably sample this today. As you can see, I haven't sampled any of them, really. Which I should probably sample today since we're in autumn, you know? No, let me see if I can find that bad boy. I would say, yeah, true. I would say probably my favorite boozy note. One boozy note that everyone overlooks is God, I have it in there. Say they have don't really have, or have my new bitch. Everyone says that. Everyone, they're like, oh, that's not a real oud, or that's a synthetic oud, or you know, it's this type of oud. Like, since I'm new to ouds, I don't know what is what. You know what I mean? Like, so if I smell it, I'm gonna be like, okay, that's cool. You would know. I believe it, brother. It's like, you know, everyone says, like here in the U.S., it's the Philly cheesesteak. You know, they're like, well, if you had a real Philly cheesesteak, you would know what a real Philly cheesesteak is. But yeah, I wonder where that is. I would say another great boozy note. Like I said, I got it in the room, but it's who's it by? Let me go grab it for you. I want to say it's by, like, once I look at them, I'll be like, damn it, that's who it is. Here we go. All right. Would be Lacoste. Lacoste has a good rum note, and it's one of the best, Barry. I think this is probably one of the underrated, most slept on fragrances in Fragcomm. Now, granted, I've only been part of Fragcomm for what, less than 5 months, maybe. So I don't know if a lot of people have reviewed it or talked about it. But when I mean this has one of the best boozy notes in it, this is just like, oh, you know what? But I also have I do have a couple of boozy notes. Like, now that I'm thinking about it, I just have to look at my collection to tell you exactly which ones are boozies. But yeah, I have a couple of them. Let's see. Quite skanky, yeah. But I haven't tried that one. I have to get that my nose on that one. What's going on, brother? I just subscribed a few days ago. I'm glad I'm able to catch a live. Hey, Abraham, how you doing, brother? Welcome to the family. You know, just participating in Vlogtober. First cup of coffee of the day. Granted, it's been an hour. It hasn't been sitting there. I've been sipping on it, but it's a Keurig, of course. Vanilla something from Starbucks, and then I put a Snickers creamer in here. So it's like, even though it's getting cold, it tastes so delicious, brother. So we're doing that, talking about whatever, fitness, health, lifestyle, fragrances, you know. We're just going down the line, brother. Which Lacoste is that? Lacoste Pour Homme. Lacoste Pour Homme. It's floral, it's sweet. Rum or gin, like as soon as you smell it. You know what? I also have Guerlain's Le Boisset. I have that one too in there. Which is good, like everyone says it's mojito. So I like it. To me, I smell more of like the neroli in it than the liquor note. But I can definitely get mojito from it, you know. Yep, Abraham, my man Barry. Go ahead and check out my man Barry. He's a fellow fragrance reviewer as well. Barry, go ahead and check out my man Abraham. Let's help each other grow, get these numbers up. We're trying to get more than 1,000 subs and more than 400,000 hours. You know, we got to get this money. Exactly, brother. So I'm glad you said that, Abraham. So that's the thing I was saying earlier in the video. I was telling Barry and everyone else. Me personally, I do intermittent fasting. So, and I'm pretty sure everyone knows what that is. You know, I don't eat to 12. I stop eating, you know, around 7 or 8. So in the mornings, what I do is I drink straight black coffee. No sugar, no creamer, no calories. It's funny because the coffee would take my appetite away, but then it also boosts up my metabolism. So I'm on the go, and as I'm on the go, I can kind of feel myself, you know, getting the sweats a little bit, you know. So it's like once I do that, it's like I'm burning extra, you know, calories, just doing that. But yeah, straight black coffee, brother. And usually I would make it from my grounds, but the old lady, she found a deal on the Keurig the other day, so she brought the Keurig home. So yeah, I've been putting it in the little cups. Book it. You've been drinking it. Which, if you guys haven't yet, I do have a website at www.reviewsfromthe6.com, my channel's name. I cover everything from fitness blogs, lifestyle blogs, vlogs as well. You know, I want people to know that I'm more than a reviewer here, so that's part of the live where you guys can come in, chat it with me. You know, let you know what's coming up. I got a clothing line coming out as well. I want to dabble into, you know, making fragrances. I'm not there yet, but I have seen some oil kits you can dabble in, you know, printing clothes, all that good stuff, brother, so much. But yes, black coffee, normally in the mornings, But this morning, I was just like, it's Saturday, it's a cheat day. I even ate pizza for breakfast. That's crazy. Usually it's, you know, work out at 11 and then I can finally eat at 12, right? And then once 12 o'clock hits, I'll probably do something like oatmeal, you know, an apple, you know, avocado, you know, kind of chill. Lunch comes around, then I start doing the carb load, you know, start eating the carbs. And then for dinner, I'll do, you know, the salads and, you know, the vegetables and things like that. I like my coffee straight. Yes, it does. Yeah. So, yeah. But here's Harlem Nights, which has a really good, I hate that, which has a really good cognac note in here. Like, it legit smells like cognac. That's a real cheat day, Abraham. I'm saying. Real cheat day, brother. And I think I ate pizza at like 6 a.m. And it was so funny too. Because I get up, I'm like, okay, cool. You know, like I said, I fast for, you know, 5 days a week, the work schedule pretty much. But I make my own schedule, focusing on my own businesses and things like that. So I was just like, you know what? Let's go ahead and put something in the system, but let it be healthy too. So I go to the fridge, I pull out the fish I made from last night. I made some salmon last night, some lemon, some tartar sauce, all that good stuff. I had some Hawaiian rolls, you know, on the side. I'm like, I'm gonna tear that up when I wake up in the morning. I opened it, I took a bite of the fish, and I was just like, this is not what the body wants right now, man, you know? So I went ahead and, you know, pulled out the pizza box, which was kind of tilted on its side. Only had like a couple pieces, and they'd been in there for like 2 days. So I grabbed it, put it in the microwave. Man, once I smelled like the sausages and the pepperoni, I ate it. And then I just felt bad about myself. I laid at the edge of my bed just feeling, you know, just dirty. I was just like, I shouldn't have done that. And then to turn around and drink coffee with Snicker creamer in it, don't make me feel any worse, Abraham. I'm already going through it right now. But I plan on, after the coffee, I've been using coffee as a fuel too some mornings to go ahead and get that motivation to work out. So yeah, I start taking the, you know, the caffeine, the coffee jolt. Let's see, the new Killian has cognac. I've been hearing about that. I still need to get my nose on Phantom and I think it's Back to Black or Black to Black. I'll be totally honest with you. I have not smelt a Killian. Like, the first time I heard about Killian, I was like, man, I gotta get that stuff. I looked it up and it was like, man, it was expensive as hell. I was like, yeah. I'll probably get a decant of it, which I do get decants from Decant Boutique often, but I haven't got anything lately. I think the last decant I got was Chic by Guerlain. No, it's not Guerlain. By who does Carolina Herrera. There you go. Carolina Herrera. Most Killians have booze in them. Black Phantom is a matey. I gotta get my nose on that, brother. Like, every time I hear somebody talks about it, another fragrance that gets hyped up a lot that I just got my nose on is Baccarat 540. I've been sampling that lately. You know what? I'm not gonna lie, Barry. I kind of like it. I kind of like it. Like, one lady said it smells like a urinal cake to her. I don't think Baton Rouge smells like that. I do get the cotton candy feel. Like, it was crazy. At first, I sprayed it on, and my girl was like, it stinks. And I smelt it, and I was like, no, this doesn't stink. This smells great. And I'm like, it's unisex, more so feminine to me. I'm surprised a woman doesn't like it. But yeah, it took me like maybe 3 wearings for me to actually say I love it. Like, it just smells delicious, brother. Like, cotton candy, to me it smells like cotton candy and wine, or cotton candy and champagne. And maybe I want some champagne and wine lately, but a lot of women, feminine stuff smells like champagne or bubble or wine to me. Like, I don't know what the note is, but it smells like that. Let me get through these comments real quick. My fave summer Killian is I love the way you taste. Man, if I were to wear that, bro, and a chick smelled me and she's like, what are you wearing? And I say that, man, I'm getting panties right there, brother. She dropping them things. There's no way a chick gonna get away from me by telling her that. You know what I mean? Like that's probably one of the best named fragrances I've seen or heard in a while. I didn't even know they had something out like that. I love the way you taste. That's dope. Black Phantom has coffee in it. See? I love Baton Rouge 540. Yeah, I love it too, brother. Like it like I said, it took me a while. At first, it was one of those. I think I didn't want to like it. Like I said, a lot of people would say it smelled like a urinal cake. Oh, I thought that was her. A lot of people say it smells like a urinal cake. You know, to me, I don't think the projection is well. Maybe I went nose blind to it too, but I really couldn't smell it unless I got close to it. But that's kind of like the fragrances I'm into now. I kind of like things that sits close to the skin. Like when I first started my fragrance journey, I had to have everything loud. Like I wanted people to smell me. Now I really don't. And I think what it is that since I smell a lot of stuff, that it doesn't mess with my nose, but I'm kind of like not a snob to it, but I'm like, man, you went overboard. You put too many sprays on, you know? Like it's not supposed to kill everybody here. I like angel shares, but prefer roses on ice because it's more creative to me. Ah, roses on ice. I dig. Man, see, if I were to name a fragrance, like y'all naming some good ones. Angel shares, you know, roses on ice. Ooh-wee. I don't think I got my notes on any of those. Nice, both sound great. They really do. They really are such. It's mojito in a bottle. I love the way you taste. Ooh, like I said, I got Guerlain. Which Guerlain is that? Hold on, brothers. Let me see which Guerlain that is. I think it is Guerlain, Le Boise or something like that. Let's see. Oh. Oh. Well, I guess it's Guerlain Homme, but man, straight mojito, like the salt and everything. At first, it took me a while. Like, have you guys sampled or tried Guerlain Vetiver Extreme or Guerlain Vetiver in general? Like, it kind of has that DNA, like it has that type of vetiver in it, like a well-rounded vetiver and like a gin note. But at first, when I sprayed it on, I was like, no, this isn't a gin note. Like, this isn't a mojito. And then I had to remember everything that went into a mojito. Like, I'm just looking at the liquor note, but I'm like, yeah, I can smell the mint, you know? I can smell the salt. Like, I can see myself at a bar or, you know, at a summer bar or a pool bar with this song just chilling, sun out, you know, having a good time. Let's see. Mojito in the bottle, Guerlain Homme EDP is lovely. Yep, that's the one. Yep. Yeah, I love vetiver, man. Like, that's one of my all-time fragrances. Like, I wish I could wear it more often, but my old lady hates it. She hates it. I mean, I got, let's see, I got Ferrari. I like Bright Neroli. I like Neroli too. Neroli has a good scent. Like, I have Ferrari Bright Neroli. I have one from Banana Republic. I can't think of the name right now. I think it's God, I can't think of the name right now. But I got a lot of vetiver neroli based fragrances, and she hates it. She says it smells like old people, but I'm like, yo, it smells delicious to me. Which reminds me, I'm probably the only person who doesn't have Tom Ford Grey Vetiver in his collection. I have to get that, the EDP version at least. See, I haven't tried anything from Guerlain yet. Yeah, it took me a while to try anything from Guerlain. When it came to Guerlain, to be honest with you, like I just got into the niche fragrances maybe a month and a half ago. So Guerlain was one of those, like I always wanted Guerlain that has the cherry note in it. I think that's Guerlain something EDP, but it has a cherry note in it everyone talks about. And I wanted to get that as a blind buy. But I held off on it and I was just like, you know what, I'm not really not gonna get into it until, you know, until I get the fragrances that I want. And then it got to the point where I started getting the things I want and I kind of got bored with them. And I'm like, okay, I need something different. So Guerlain was the first one. It was actually the first one. And it makes me mad because I wish I would have got a bigger bottle. Like, you can see I put a little bit of dent in it already, you know? And I just got it like 3 weeks ago. So yeah, I'm already putting a little dent in it. I wish I would have got a bigger bottle, but you know, when you blind buy something, at least when I blind buy it, I got to go with the 1.7 or the 1.4, you know, to see exactly what I'm working with before I buy a full bottle. Because there's a couple that I bought full bottles of, and I'm like, or 3.4 or 4.7, and I'm just like, I should have stayed below that. But yeah, so Guerlain, that was the first one I smelled from Guerlain, and then I went into a mom and pop shop, and they had Guerlain Vetiver and Guerlain Vetiver Extreme, and I loved both of them. Oh my god! But yeah, definitely sample some Guerlains, man. I'm starting to get into Guerlains and the Montals and the Manceras and things like that. Damn, Barry, you got 20 bottles of Guerlain? I think it was you. Was it you that did the Guerlain haul? I want to say I saw somebody do a Guerlain haul. And then there was one Guerlain that you had too that I tried to find and I couldn't find it. Was it Guerlain Extreme or Guerlain? It was something extreme, but it's supposed to be like spicy and chili, you know, like that type of vibe. Guerlain is niche at designer prices. Right. I hear about that. So, since we're talking about niche at designer prices, what do you think about Mason Margiela? Do you think that's a niche or is that a designer house? Because I hear so much. Everyone's like in between with it. Me personally, those prices, those are niche prices. For 130, and I think we were talking about this, Barry, on was it in on Common Sense Live? We were talking about the Discovery set. So, yeah, I think it's niche, especially with the prices, and then with when it comes to that, I can only find it in Nordstrom. Like I can't find Mason anywhere else. Let's see, Loam EDL EDP has the cherry, and I'm like, that's it. Yep, Loam EDL, my man. Thank you, brother. See, Barry's like my own, my little glossary over here. You know what I mean? I'll be like, I know what it is, I just don't know what it's called. Barry be like, boom, I got you, bro. Here it is. But yep, Guerlain EDL EDP. They said that the cherry note in it is lovely. I think there's a tea note in there too. I could be wrong, but I want to blind buy that. But like I said, at that time, I was kind of like, I'm gonna save my money. You know, I'm not gonna blind buy anything that I haven't sampled yet. But now I'm kind of like going that direction because a lot of shops here, I don't have a lot of fragrance shops around here, which is shocking. But and a lot of them don't carry niche fragrances. So when I go in there, you know, it's a lot of the same common stuff. You know, your Ferraris, your Hollisters, you know, your Gucci, not even Gucci, your like Versace's, you know. And then when you go into like a Sephora or an Ulta, I feel like they both have the same collection. You know, you're gonna get the Polo line, you're gonna get the Chrome line, you're gonna get the John Varvatos line, you're gonna get the Chanel line, you know, and that's pretty much it. You'll get some Burberry's and things like that in there. But as far as niche, I think they have Atelier or RDA, I think it is. That's the only niche I've seen in those stores. If you like vetiver, get your nose on motif. Ooh, I think I've seen that somewhere. Actually, I think I like the picture on Instagram that mentioned that in there. Like I would say right now, probably the best vetiver I smelled was that Guerlain vetiver. I would say that was probably the best one. It's from Mr. Oz brand. Oh, so it's Mr. Oz an indie? You know what? And that's the sad thing too. I don't have anything from indie or any indie house. I want to say I do have a sample from an indie house, but I don't have like a full bottle of anything from an indie house, which I got to get into. Like I've seen like the Dapper, but they say Dapper is more so of a clone house. I think there's the Duas. Everyone says Duas is a clone house too. The Alexandria house. I gotta get my nose on some of their stuff, which I think they say all their stuff is like Tom Ford clones. And then what's another indie house I want to get my nose on? It's from Mr. Oz brand. Let's see. Oh, he's a fragrance reviewer. Oh, okay, gotcha. I'm gonna have to get on that then. There's a couple reviewers I didn't even know that had fragrances. Like the brother, he's a perfumer over. His last name is Hughes. Is it Terrence Hughes? I think his name is. Now I don't know if he has his own fragrance, but I know he does. Like he creates them or created them or were in the business of it. And then there was a another reviewer too, an English chap. I forgot what his name was. I forgot what his name is. But yeah, So those are the only reviewers I really came across. I got there online. I know Big Beard Business, BBB said he has one coming out soon. I think he teamed up with Navitus, which is Steve from Red Lessons. I want to say, could be wrong on that as well, but yeah. I be trying to keep up. You know, like I said, just with everything in the real world that happens, I be trying to, keep myself within my little niche, my little habits. You know what I mean? And fragrances is one of them. But like when it comes to like new releases, I'm bad on that. Like I was talking to Pat earlier in the live, and she was saying that our muff had some new stuff coming out, and Barry was telling me about some new stuff too, the women's line. So I remember those two things. But yeah, like with new releases, I got to see what's coming out. I want to say the only new release that I know of that I kind of liked was Burberry Cologne, and not a lot of people like that one, but I really really do like that one. It's powdery. That's all you get. I mean, I think what it is overpriced. Just that if you wanted a fragrance like that, you can do like a Burberry Touch or something from Cartier, something like that. But instead, they're they put that out there with that price tag, and everyone's like, "Oh hell no!" But it's a green juice. To me, it smells lovely, smells elegant. Thinking about doing that. But I do have a couple tag videos I gotta get to, so I'm thinking about including a couple fragrances I haven't discussed yet in the tag, just because I haven't talked about them yet. Because one thing, like when people ask you for your favorites and it's a tag like that, you give them your favorites. I'm kind of like, I recycled this material. It's kind of like, all right, I've already done, my top 10 of all time. To ask me what's my top 10 today is kind of going to be the same thing, So, but yeah. But I'm just glad we got to an hour and 28 minutes, brothers. I appreciate y'all kindly. I think I'm gonna let it roll for like another minute here, get to that minute and 30, or that 1 hour and 30 minutes. But Barry, if you got tips on how you got to that watch time, let me know, brother, because I'm open. I'm trying to get all the watch time I can right now. And then I'll probably do a video like that too, where anyone who's struggling with viewers or subs or anything like that, I can go ahead and make a video like, hey, this is how you get to this benchmark, whether it's 1,000 subs, whether it's 4,000 hours, so on and so on. Same thing here, Abraham. Right. And see, and that's the thing too, where everyone has them. So it's like when they do tag you in them, you're like, I've already done a similar video. Like I got one top 10 video I'm gonna do, which is gonna be the top 10 for fall. But it's kind of weird because being in Arizona, it's still 130 freaking degrees here. So I'm like, I'm really not gonna be wearing any of those fall fragrances anytime soon. Maybe next month, even though some people would say it's autumn. But yeah, I'm like, every time I look up, and not to mention names or anything like that, but there's a few reviewers that every time I look up, it's a top 10 something, top 10 scents for virgins, top 10 gym scents, top 10 scents to, go to the store, or, things like that. You're just like, okay, it's kind of getting out of hand. I get it, because a lot of these things, like, I feel like they're just dumb reaches, when they say, hey, what's your top 10 for this, this, and that? Like, I can get, top 10 for a season. I can get a date night fragrance. I get it, an office fragrance. I get those just because people are looking for those situations. But some people just make these ridiculous top 10. I think I saw one where a guy was like, my ultra mega top 10 guide, and he listed the fragrances in there, and I was just like, this is sad, man. I can understand it, like, if there was a purpose to it, a purpose to the madness. Let's say, for example, you're doing a live, right? And you spend, 2 to 5 minutes on each fragrance. You get some hours out of that. You get some time. But just to do a 20-minute video on 10 fragrances that we already seen you cover, it's kind of annoying. I think that was one of the things in my last tag. I did the Black is Beautiful challenge. I did that. And with all the fragrances, I just kept saying, where most of them I just kept saying, hey, I talked about this one already. I reviewed this one already. I talked about it already. I reviewed it already. I kind of got tired of that. So I'm like, okay, let's go back to, what fragrance reviews were before. We actually grabbed a fragrance. You told about your time, your experience with it, what you like about it, discuss the notes, and you were good. you know, kept it that way. So, but yeah. So on that note, brothers, the coffee is extremely cold now. I would like to thank you guys for joining me, man. You know, I like that you guys liked it, interacted with each other, gave me something to talk about. So, on that note, everybody take care, peace, and blessings.